parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god.
The Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live. It threatens the gods.
Oh, du coup, ça c'est fait. On peut maintenant mettre le dernier qui manquait. Hop, tac. Fait couler le sang de Séluné et renaît en tant que guerrier de char. Je n'aime pas du tout trouver Chante-Nuit. J'aime pas du tout cette histoire.
This must be where initiates undertook their final preparations. The end is near.
Do not falter now. One more test awaits. Descends to the night soul. Make a sacrifice. Rise again. A dark justiciar.
Shroud yourself in blackest
Fail
night.
you, my lady.
Shroud yourself
Laisse les
in
noirs
blackest
t'envelopper dans son
night.
linceul.
Deliver the Night Mother's mercy upon trust your secrets to the night.
This must be the last step. I need to pray. Only by Lady Shah's grace did we even make it this far.
Sondez l'esprit. Broker.
Nothing. Shadowheart continues her prayer in silence.
Pour sonder l'esprit. Vas-y, je veux savoir là, il y a un petit problème, ça me plaît pas cette histoire. Et merde. Vas-y, je relance une fois, mais c'est tout. Voilà, ça servira à rien, c'est magnifique. Oh là là. Ah, elle a senti que j'essayais
You feel
d'entrer.
her mind flare in anger. She sensed your intrusion.
Can't I even pray without interference?
Ne me dites pas tout.
With good reason, it seems. There's something I need to do once we enter the Dark Lady's domain. Just don't interfere. It's important.
Pour que tu me dises ça, ça va pas me plaire. Bon, d'accord, allons-y.
Just remember what I said. Let me do what I need to.
Ouais, enfin, j'ai vu faire couler le sang de Séluné, je te dis de suite, si tu dois sacrifier un innocent, c'est non.
Gathered. You are ready. Or so you hope.
En fonction de vos choix, il est possible que l'état de la région change et que certaines de vos quêtes actives deviennent indisponibles à votre retour. Ah bah non alors. Oh putain, vous êtes chiant sans déconner, faire des trucs comme ça. Bon bah écoute, on verra bien. Hein. Tu sais quoi, justement, je devais retourner à l'auberge. Par rapport avec notre ami là. Qui est dans les vapes.
Maybe we should ask someone else.
Who? Mole would do the same for any of us. You know it.
But how do we get into Moonrise? We can't fight those shadow things.
We could. I beat up those harpies, and they're way scarier than shadows.
You know what Mole would hate more than anything? Bad things happening to us. You've seen what's out there. We wouldn't stand a chance.
Vous ne bougez pas d'ici. Je me charge d'aller chercher Moll.
But it's our job to bring Mole back.
Look at him. He's a proper adventurer. And if we got hurt, Mole would be really mad at us.
Fine. But you gotta understand, Mole is family. Bring her back, please.
Mais oui les enfants, ne vous inquiétez pas. D'abord, je dois aller aider un... Ah non, merde, c'est en bas. C'est ici. Allez, voilà.
Do not give up hope just yet.
Thaniel and me are
Pourquoi celle-là comme ça?
climbing up a tree.
It's true then. He's met Thaniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Thaniel.
J'ai trouvé un luth. Selon toute probabilité, il appartenait au point enflammé.
Good. Its music might help restore him. Show it to him.
Sortir le luth que vous avez trouvé et jouer quelques notes.
Thaniel! He's still trapped there. He needs help.
Calm. Breathe. You've been trapped in the Shadowfell for a century. Take a moment to clear your mind.
A century. You're Halsin. Thaniel said to find you. You must help him, please.
I will, but I need to know where Thaniel is. If I venture into the Shadowfell blind, I will never find him.
I'm not sure I can put it into words. The landscape there shifts and changes.
Y a-t-il autre chose qui puisse m'aider dans ma quête, une constante quelconque? Attends, laissez Alcine régler la question.
Lavender. Whenever I saw Thaniel, I always smelled lavender.
I can work with that. Rest now. Meet me by the lakeshore. I have what we need to proceed, but I'll need your help. Be ready. This may prove perilous.
Eh ben, je sais pas pourquoi je lac comme ça, mais ça commence sérieusement à me casser les pieds. Bon, du coup, il faut le retrouver près du lac, il a dit.
You're here. Good. Now we can begin.
Alors, pas si vite, j'aimerais d'abord savoir à quoi m'en tenir.
Thaniel is trapped in the Shadowfell, but thanks to your efforts, I know where to look. Now I must go there, alone.
Je devrais peut-être vous accompagner.
No. This opportunity has been 100 years in the making. It has to be me. And only me. But I didn't bring you here to witness an old druid's grandstanding. You have a part to play in this, and I trust you will play it well. With the Oakfather's blessing, I can infiltrate the Shadowfell, but doing so will sap my strength. I'll need your help if I'm to return. I need you to stay here, keep the portal open until I return, and defend it at all costs.
Bon. Vous pouvez compter sur moi.
Good. Now it's important that only I pass through the portal once it opens. The magic is fragile. Any mistake, and our one chance will be lost forever. It took me years of study, of seeking the Oakfather's favor, to find a way to part the veil. Pray that this works. Oakfather, hear me. Aid me. Force open the jaws of darkness. Make passage for your vessel of light. It's ready. I'll return with Thaniel as soon as possible. Stay close to the portal. Buy me what time you can.
Âme en peine. de feu, putain. Je vais remarquer que maintenant celui-là. Et voilà. Le gros vilain. Wow, 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 wow. C'est quoi ça? Qu'est-ce qui branle là, eux? Ça a ouvert des tombes, ce machin.
Now this is my happy place.
Behold the dance of death. May the gods take you first.
Oh, tu rates une racine qui ne bouge pas. Sans déconner. J'ai pas vu, ils ont plus de vie. Oh là 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 là. Il y en a combien? Et ça suffit. Mais ils sont combien? Là, ça va devenir pas possible. Non, 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 attends. Là, il faut faire un repli stratégique. Il faut absolument que je revienne là-dessus, là. Ils sont trop nombreux. Il faut absolument que je me foute devant. J'ai pas... Attends. J'avais pas un sort, là, de truc de jaune? Alors, toi, non. Toi... T'as la fissure, ce qui pourrait être pas mal. Putain. Le truc a pas mal de points de vie, donc ça pourrait être pire, on va dire. Hop là. Ouh lol 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 lol. Je sais pas ce qui fait ça. Sans déconner, je n'ai aucune idée de... D'un seul coup ça va mieux. Je sais pas. Oh là là, mais il y en a combien? Sans déconner, mais combien ils sont quoi? Alcine, c'est le moment de sortir. Mais genre vraiment là. Non là c'est vraiment le moment de sortir Alcine. Je vais plus pouvoir les retenir bien longtemps tes bestiaux. Ils commencent à être un tout petit peu trop nombreux pour moi. Je vais pas te mentir. Là c'est vraiment très compliqué.
Let's go.
Non! Putain, je t'ai jamais dit de te mettre là. Je ne lui ai jamais dit de se mettre ici. Jamais, jamais, jamais je ne lui ai dit de se mettre ici. Non, c'est trop tard. Toi tu m'emmerdes. Ah, c'est un peu trop compliqué. Alcine, bouge ton cul, sors de là. Je plaisante pas, Alcine. Non, c'est bon, il va sortir, il va sortir. Il va sortir. Là, le plus dangereux, c'est lui. Ça sert à rien.
Let's go.
Et oh, voilà, merci. Wow, 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 wow. Bébé. Ah, il est métal celui-là. Allez, c'est bon.
It's done. I have him.
Oh là 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 là, mais c'est pas possible. Bon, je suis désolé pour le lag, hein. Je sais pas ce qui fait ça.
But something's wrong. Dreadfully wrong.
Ah, mais là, c'est même pas visible. Ah, voilà, merci. Stop. Ouf.
No.
Mais non!
It can't be.
Ça lag, ça revient, ça lag, ça repart. Il y a un truc, je sais pas, dans la baraque qui me fait laguer, c'est pas possible. Regarde ça? Non, non, mais là, il y a un problème. Là, ça va mieux. Ça va rebugger dans 2 secondes. Voilà, je sais pas ce qui fait ça. Ça faisait la même chose sur Harry Potter, je sais pas ce qui fait ça. Mais enfin, non, c'est pas possible. La nation des hommes est plus forte que jamais, votre plan a échoué. Nous devons conduire Thaniel en lieu sûr.
Yes. I'll bring him back to camp. He'll be safest with us. I need to examine him. I need to understand what's wrong. It's almost like something's missing from him.
Dès que je reviens vers moi, il y a un truc
Come
qui
see
lag.
us when you can.
Dès que je reviens vers moi, il y a un truc qui lag, je sais pas ce que c'est. Ouf, en tout cas, ça nous fait des trucs, hein. Putain.
Thaniel will be so scared there alone. We looked after each other for such a long time. I hope he's alright.
Alcine a retrouvé Thaniel dans la gisombre, mais il a un problème.
Something wrong. He withstood the shadows for so long. Whatever's overcome him now must be something different. Something worse. I trust you and Halson to help him. He's a sweet soul, Thaniel. I can't wait for you to meet him.
Bah justement, on va le rencontrer. C'est parti.
Thaniel is resting, but it's no easy slumber. I discovered what's wrong with him. The shadows rendered him in two when they bore him away to the Shadowfell. Half of his essence remained here, amidst the curse. What stayed behind would have been the strongest part of him. But after all these years left in the darkness, corruption
Ça
must
serait
have
pas le
taken hold.
petit Olivier là qu'on a vu plus tôt. Est-il possible de défaire ce qui a été fait? Comment le sait? Dites-moi ce que je peux faire pour aider.
It's both simple and not. We need to find Thaniel's missing half and make him whole again. Only the missing half may not come willingly. The curse will have sunk its tendrils deep, twisting Thaniel's essence into something else.
Ah, ce que je peux faire, je crois. Vous avez une idée quant à la façon de trouver sa moitié manquante? J'ai rencontré un... Voilà, j'en étais sûr. J'ai rencontré un enfant d'ombre, un petit garçon du nom d'Olivier, qui devait avoir environ l'âge de Thaniel.
And you saw this boy yourself? That can't be a coincidence. But we need to be sure. And I truly mean we, if you wish. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side. If you want me, I'm yours. Against the curse, against the absolute... anything.
Eh ben oui, mon vieux.
Just
Vas-y.
say the word.
Vous avez une idée quant à la façon de trouver sa moitié manquante? J'ai retrouvé un... Alors, on vient de le dire, ça. Joignez-vous à moi.
Seems your ranks are quite packed. If some space...
I don't believe it. They can't be.
Breathe, child.
Merde.
Resist not the winds of change. Let them carry thee.
No.
Oula.
Listen. Dost thou not hear it? Where creation meets ruin, where morning meets midnight, the root of all being. Balance.
They're dead. I can't.
Your very soul is tangled in shadow. Arabella's magic, wild as cursed briar. Her talent is now yours too.
The girl must learn the ways of the arcane, but she shan't remain here.
Pourquoi ne voulait pas l'envoyer hier toute seule, ça me vaille. Où irait-elle alors?
The weave knows her purpose. It will guide her plainly, if she listens. Arabella holds a power beyond reckoning. That of the decaying forest and the seedling that bore it. But it is unbalanced. Her yoke is already heavy. If she walks thy path, it will surely break. Arabella will depart once thou dost leave these accursed lands. She will find her way safely. Thus, it is fated.
Bowman, you're making me leave.
Fear not, girl. Abandon not the weave, and it shall not abandon thee.
Je ne vais pas t'obliger à partir.
Thou must.
You feel grief fade as if it were your own. There is a lightness in her now, veiling the power within, soothing it.
Is that my future? Is that why they died?
It is.
It's wonderful. Thank you, Bowman, for being nice. If there are people like you around, perhaps everything will be all right.
Ça promet. Bon, bah là-bas, je voulais pas faire ça, moi.
Ah, I shall be here in thy camp.
C'est ça.
For whenever thou hast need of my services.
Je préfère que vous en ayez, j'aimerais parler des employés, pourquoi vous décidez de m'aider? Changer de classe. On va demander à Alcine de rester ici. On a fini d'équiper.
Oakfather preserve you.
Alors, vous dites que Thaniel a perdu une partie de lui-même. Une idée de comment nous pourrions la retrouver? Alors attends, cette année... Ouais voilà, on va faire ça petit à petit. Hein.
No matter how it's been twisted by the shadows, it is still part of Thaniel's essence. It will resemble him somehow, and may show signs of his power. Look for signs of life in the darkness, wildflowers where everything else is dead. The curse cannot subdue the power Thaniel bears. Not entirely. In fact, I think I saw just the sort before, not long after we first came within reach of the Shadow Curse. Fool that I am, I did not grasp their significance at the time. There is a ruin some way outside of Last Light. I caught a glimpse of fresh blooms there, but did not investigate further. I shall mark it upon your map.
Ce serait d'autres parties. J'ai fait la connaissance d'une de vos consoeurs, la druidesse Jaira. Vous la connaissez?
Only by reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought. And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. I led some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt.
Vous êtes archidruide? Que pourriez-vous avoir à apprendre de qui que ce soit?
No matter how long I live, I will always strive to remain a keen pupil. Only a fool would think he could drink in all knowledge until none is left. There is always more. Nature's tapestry is infinitely complex. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Defended the Grove, Korga, the Shadow Druids. At least now we can benefit from her presence, and perhaps work to a common goal.
Vous avez passé toutes ces années à affronter la malédiction des ombres. Que se passera-t-il une fois qu'elle sera levée?
Honestly, I never thought I'd make it that far. But the Absolute is a threat to all, and I promised I'd help you with your parasite. So, I'll remain with you. If you'll have me, that is.
Au plaisir. Je regrette que nous m'ayez pas rejoint plus tôt.
So do I. But one duty at a time.
Que pensez-vous de moi?
Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as can be expected, I suppose.
J'ai l'impression de ne pas encore vous connaître.
It's true, and I can't imagine I helped with that. Sometimes I let the task at hand consume me, and people think I'm obsessed. Trust me, the day I no longer have to talk about the shadow curse will be a happy one. What would you like to know?
Ne me prenez pas la mal, surtout, mais physiquement vous êtes particulièrement imposant pour un elfe.
I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now.
Vous savez à quoi c'est dû?
Who's to say? Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened.
C'est sûr. Comment êtes-vous devenu druide?
I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Thaniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector.
Ah, j'aime bien ça. Vous avez quelqu'un qui vous attend? De la famille ou des amis, peut-être? Ou une âme sœur?
You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in high forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The grove became my family, with Sylvanus as my teacher. And now I have you.
De toute façon, vous êtes mieux que moi. Vous êtes mieux que moi. Non, la question concernant l'éventuel. C'est-à-dire, ne nous en allons pas voler bien sur excuse-moi. Toutes mes condoléances.
It was a long time ago. The wounds don't heal, but they become more bearable.
Vous n'avez pas répondu à ma question concernant une éventuelle âme sœur.
I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been lovers. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes nature needs reminding.
Arrêtez de me faire mariner. Vous avez quelqu'un dans votre vie à l'heure actuelle?
Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites, my fortunes will improve.
Attendez, que faut-il que vous rappeliez à la nature au juste?
Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape, only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned.
Ah, je vois. Et maintenant, parlez-moi de vous, en me disant quelque chose que je ne penserais même pas à vous demander.
I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature? I know, well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey.
Effectivement. De la gravure sur bois.
Ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks.
Et des canards sur du bois. Alors comme ça, vous êtes capable de vous transformer en ours et vous aimez le miel. Vous n'êtes pas vraiment original, dites donc.
I like what I like. Once you get to my age, you realize there's little point in denying yourself, so long as others aren't affected.
Merci de m'avoir dit ça.
Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks.
J'ai une peur viscérale des kraken et pourtant je n'en ai jamais eu. À vrai dire, je ne sais pas grand chose sur moi, rien d'aussi charmant, j'en ai peur. À vrai dire, je ne sais pas grand chose sur moi.
Oh, well. Your choice, of course.
Mais j'ai pas le choix, je sais vraiment rien. Ça suffit pour
Anytime.
moi. J'ai oublié mon passé. Je peux bien tout le dire. Oh, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé quand la malédiction des hommes s'est abattue sur ces terres?
Druids and harpers joined together to put a stop to Ketheric Thorm. We marched on Moonrise and, after much fighting, we prevailed. Even in defeat, though, Ketheric turned to Shah. Not long after we sealed him away in his tomb, the Shadow Curse took hold. No one had seen the likes of it before. No one knew how to react. Then it started to claim all those within its reach. Those who had survived the battles now fell to the shadows, became part of the shadows. And worst of all, I lost contact with Thaniel. I wanted to try and find him, but we couldn't stay. We would have all succumbed. When the Archdruid of the Grove, my predecessor, was seized by the curse, I had to lead the survivors to safety. That was my first day as Archdruid. An inauspicious beginning.
L'essentiel, c'est que vous ayez fait le nécessaire et sauvé des vies.
You are right, but I must not lose focus until everything has been put right. I've wasted too much time already. Years in which nature has suffered.
Je n'ai plus aucun souvenir de ma vie d'avant. D'après vos travaux sur les larves, pourrait-il s'agir d'un symptôme de l'affection?
No, nothing of the sort. But that is not to say it isn't connected. Best be careful all the same.
J'ai des envies de meurtre et je me sens véritablement moi-même que lorsque je verse le sang.
The urge to kill is common in nature. For some creatures it is the core of their being. Still though, you seem to speak of a darker impulse. Be careful how it manifests itself.